This is the Rexton from South Korean manufacturer Ssangyong, a brand that aims to undercut its competition with affordability and yet capability. But what's a Rexton? Well, to quote the brochure, the Rexton is characterised by a blend of elegant and traditional 4x4 values, and yeah, that sums it up pretty well actually. And with that luxurious 4x4 character, it aims to challenge the likes of the Hyundai Santa Fe, the Kia Sorento and the Mitsubishi Outlander. And okay, its design may be a bit more conservative when compared to those models, but let's see what lies beneath. So, my initial thoughts on getting into here were ones of luxury. I mean, you've got this two-tone leather, a big airy cabin, this mammoth centre console, and loads of nice soft touch materials dotted about the place. And although it does feel a bit like a slightly older Lexus GX or a Chrysler Voyager, but this is the flagship trim, so we've got loads of cool kit, the likes of heated seats, which are also electrically adjustable. We've got automatic aircon, cruise control, parking sensors. We've also got this Kenwood system as well, which has sat-nav and DAB radio. Now, this Kenwood system is a bit, well, naff. I mean, it's a nightmare to connect your phone via Bluetooth. The DAB setup's just a bit confusing and there's just far too many screens to trawl through. But at least the sat-nav works, although that's not great either. A few other notable things are these two cup holders here. You've also got some cup holders in the doors and some rather awkward storage bins, and there's some little storage compartments dotted around as well for keys, coins, or you can actually use this little one here for your phone. Now, the standard Rexton actually comes with 7 seats, but because this is the flagship EXL model, it only comes with 5. But sitting in the back of the Rexton's quite a nice experience. You've got loads of room all round. These comfy leather seats are a nice touch. This armrest here combines rather well with the one on the door, so you can get nice and comfortable. You've got underfloor storage. You've got a small transmission tunnel, which makes it easy to move around. You've got 2 cool cup holders here, and if you've got a particularly long journey, you can recline these seats. Nice little touch. Just be careful you don't fire forward like that. Now, if you're after a vast loading space for, say, camping kit or suitcases, then the Rexton's spot on. You've got this vast amount of space here with this slip mat, which is a nice touch. And if you come around to the rear seats, these seats fold down to give you a bit more space, and they actually roll forward. Now, it can be a bit of a pain doing it, but once they're up, you've got space to play around with here. And let's say you break down and you need to use the jack, like you might in any car. Well, the jack's actually here. Surely there was more space back there for it. So let's start with what I like about the Rexton. Well, get up to speed on the motorway and its 176 brake horsepower, 2.2 litre diesel will happily plod along, and this 7-speed Mercedes-Benz e-tronic automatic transmission happily rifles through the gears as well. And I don't know, there's just something really solid and long-haul American road trip about the Rexton. And if you plan on taking an off-road route on that road trip, then it's 400 newton meters of torque and selectable 4x4 system, which also has a rugged torque vector in low range mode, will give you the freedom to do so. It's also worth noting that the Rexton's got a braked towing weight of 3 tons. Pretty impressive. So what happens when you're not going in a straight line on the motorway? Well, throw it into a corner and there's a lot of body roll. The steering, although fairly well weighted, doesn't offer much in terms of feedback. The gearbox doesn't respond very well to constant changes in speed. A lot of noise from the road and the engine seeps through to the cabin, and the suspension sends shudders through the car when you hit a big bump. I don't know, it feels more like a refined pickup rather than an SUV. And as for efficiency, this model emits 194 grams per kilometre and claims to return an average of 38 miles per gallon. Now, even if you manage to achieve that, it's still not very good. So maybe all these factors are overshadowed by a low price then. Well, it depends if you're after luxury, because you can actually have a Rexton for £23,000, and that undercuts most of its key rivals. But if you want something like this flagship model, then you'll be paying around £29,000. It can be quite difficult to determine where the Rexton sits in the current market, because it's not necessarily a bad car, it's got plenty to offer, and some of its traits, like its bulky, unrefined drive, are actually things you may typically associate with four-wheel drive SUVs. Now, the Rexton's big problem is that the other four-wheel drive SUVs currently on sale are much more refined and polished, and if you were to drive, say, a Kia Sorento and a Rexton side by side, I think you'd be pretty astonished at the difference between the two. What do you think of this Ssangyong Rexton? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the inquire button to find out more details about this car, or for any other models, visit carkeys.co.uk. And to watch more reviews, click one of the links on screen now.